B. Too bad. All right, let's get it. Bum Baker. Baker slumming it early. That's what he do, man, on prime time.
Check. Alright.
Hey, Google, pause.
What time is it? Man Cave time. Who? What's going on? DMV, the Man Cave is in the building, y'all. And I'm your host, The Nate is Real. This is my co-host, JP.
Yo.
And you know we got E Money producing in the back as always. Y'all know we the premier sports and entertainment podcast in the DMV right now, y'all. Y'all know we bring the sports, we bring the music, we bring the entertainment, we mix them all up and we turn up, y'all. So, you know, relax, get yourself a little drink, get something to eat, you know, get your hair right and take a ride with us, man. So, what's up, P? What's going on with you, man? How was your weekend? Your Cowboys had that bye week, so y'all was sitting pretty. Well, you know, my command just took that L. How was your week, big dog?
Man, it was good, you know. 49ers lost, Eagles almost lost.
Yeah, 49ers did take the L.
Yeah, they lost 2 in a row. So, yeah, we sitting pretty good right now. And Detroit lost too. Detroit got
a lot of good football on, definitely, man.
So yeah, it was a pretty good weekend. I can't complain.
Weather been nice too.
Yeah.
It was hot. It's supposed to be like 80 on Saturday, man. I might get out to the golf course or something.
But I did hear
it's about to be hot.
Nah, I heard it's getting ready to snow.
Oh, snow coming too. See, that's how people get sick, man.
Yeah.
Like you never know what the weather's gonna be. Like when you go to work, you gotta pack a hoodie and some shorts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you never know what it's gonna be out here in Maryland with this weather.
Outside 80 degrees. And
you never know, man. It's crazy. It really is. Like, so, but yeah, the weather's been good. So a lot of people been getting out, doing a lot of outside stuff. It's cool, and yeah, man, we definitely gotta start off with some recaps from this past week games. You know, we always start off with the NFL for segment 1, and you know the Commanders. You know, they started off well, but Sam Howell back to the sacks again. You know, it was another 6 sacks, and it's the same problem. And this is something that's fatal for quarterbacks. You know, a guy had come on the radio this week and said, you know, he's a backup. They project Sam Howell as a backup because of those sacks. And it's starting to add up. And you can't just blame it on the offensive line, Pete, because, you know, when you can see him now, he's looking at the rush. He's starting to curl up before the rush is even coming. You know, in my book, from what I've been watching, when you start looking at the rush, you don't have your eyes downfield. And to me, they should have pulled him. You know, I would have had Brissett come in after halftime. You know, I don't know why they coddle these quarterbacks. You know, and in other sports they'll pull you. Like if you a shooting guard, you go 0 for 7 for 3. Your coach, you come sit down. They're gonna put somebody else in for a little bit. So the quarterback position has always been handled differently.
I mean,
and I don't like that.
I mean, but you got to think about also the position. I don't know any quarterbacks, but I would think that their egos are extremely fragile. You know, from going. You know, the really.
It's a big boy sport, man. You gotta grow up, man. I don't want to hear that, Pete.
In that same sense,
I don't hear about nobody's feelings right now.
I'm not saying. I'm not coddling them.
It's
I'm just
7
saying
games. It's been 7
they're
games.
fragile. So like you know this is as a coach you wonder if I pull my starter. My starter? I see Sam Howell, quote unquote. They see Sam Howell as a starter. If you pull him, what is that going to do? Because you want a player to work through his struggle. At some point, it does become detrimental to the team, though. which I agree with. But you do want him to pull himself out of the struggle. I mean, all players have shooting slumps. You know, when Steph got a shooting slump,
and they get pulled. He gets pulled for.
So
why
for
the quarterback's not getting pulled?
He might get pulled for a couple of minutes, but the idea is you're going to go back in there and you're going to work through the slump, and that's what.
But they benched Emmanuel Forbes though, and he's a rookie. You know, he's just starting, just like Sam Howell. They benched him. You know, because he basically doing the same thing Sam Howell's doing.
This is what I said. I said I think the quarterback position, their egos are way more fragile than any other position.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily all the way agree with that. I think all of them got egos and are fragile. You know, but
Not
I don't think no more than the others.
No fragile. Because think about a quarterback. Since let's say you've been playing quarterback since you've been like in high school, right? 9th grade in high school. So that 4 years you've been the leader of the team, right? The offense moves with you. Then you go to college, and that's another 4 years that you play that position, and the offense moves with you. So that's 8 years that you've been told you're the key, you're the key, you're the key, and then you get to the NFL and it's like, oh shit.
But he had this problem in college too. This is probably why he was a 5th rounder. You know, they said he had this sack problem in college. And the only argument that I can see that for that quarterback position is they do get the ball every play.
Right.
And it is the most important position in sports. So I agree with, give him a little bit more wiggle room. But, after 7 games, this is the problem with me and the mixed messages and Ron, Paddleboat, Rivera, and and this is why the ghost of Dan Snyder is still haunting the Washington Commanders, man. Because really, like, we should be just not tanking, but we should just be playing everybody and just playing for the future. And this year is supposed to be about just having fun and getting the fans back, But they're putting out this thing about playoffs, like, so it's like. To me, if you talking about playoffs, then I want Brissett in there even more because I want to see what he can do. You know what I'm saying?
But we've seen Brissett,
he's solid enough to. We got enough talent where I think he can make more plays than Sam.
But we've seen Brissett over and over and over again. Now, I'm not saying Brissett is not.
He's not getting sacked. There's no way he can be getting sacked as much. No way.
But I'm not saying that
he learned under Tom Brady.
I'm not saying that he's not a good quarterback, Nate. But
then why not put him in?
Your peak.
Why not put him in, America? Put him in the game.
But your perceived with Brissett is like right here, whereas Sam Howell's might be right here. Because
perception or potential?
No. I'm talking about ceiling. Because we know, like Jacoby, he's a solid quarterback. He's not going to make any mistakes. Hold up. He's not going to make any mistakes, but he's not going to take any chances either.
You see the squad and Bills rolling.
They're rolling, but what I'm saying,
I'm just pointing out.
They're not going to make any chances. He's not going to take any chances. He's going to take the safe play every time.
Man,
he's not going to take those chances.
I thought his ceiling was up here, but his ceiling is down here now because
Brissett. Then if his ceiling is down there, Brissett's even lower. I like he's a solid backup quarterback, but you're only going to win so many games.
And his height is concerned me since week 2. He's getting a lot of balls batted down, and if you're that size, you got to get out of the pocket. So
you got
Eric Bieniemy's not doing him any favors, and let's talk about him next. Eric Bieniemy in this offense.
So you're saying this is why Eric
head coach job yet? I just want to see more creativity. He's going away from the running game way too early. We're passing way too much. Like, why is Sam dropping back 40 times, especially when he's getting killed and he obviously is shell-shocked and can't, find open receivers and go through his progressions. Like, so to me, Eric Bieniemy's got to call more screens, not just screens. I keep people saying just screen. No, but just quick slants, just quick little passes and get them in and out of there. So, Eric, we're going to really be watching you the next 3 weeks, Eric, to see if, you all out that you were supposed to be in Kansas City. Because you ain't got that magic spell
Well, you don't got 15.
like everybody was thinking.
You don't got 15, and 15 covers a lot of
He
mistakes.
did have Patty Mahomes, you know.
And he had number 15 and 87.
But I'm not giving up on Sam. You know,
mistakes.
the jury's not out in my view on
You
him
just
yet.
wait.
I said his ceiling is going down.
You can't just sit here and say that he should be benched. And
Yeah,
then
just
say,
like anybody else. He can
I'm
come
not
back
giving
in.
up on him.
I'm not.
You realize if you bench him, you might lose him.
No, but hey, if I lose you from being benched, you don't deserve to be the starter in the first place.
There you go. There you go.
You ain't meant to be on my team.
There you go.
Because you couldn't play for me, Pete.
There you go.
Because I would have pulled him. I would have pulled him.
Hey, I got pulled and got right back in.
I'd have pulled him in the
Let's go.
Chicago game. I'd have pulled Dak Prescott bum ass too a long time ago when he was out there tripping. Oh,
What
last
game?
year
What game?
it was a couple games. That 49ers game, the playoff game, I'd have pulled him.
For who? Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush?
You damn right.
Who can't throw the ball 30 yards down the field?
One bad game and they pulled the plug. One
Cooper
bad game and they
Rush?
pulled the plug.
Cooper Rush?
I like Cooper
love
Rush.
Cooper Rush too, but Cooper Rush is only go. Did you see how he played
He
against
does.
the Eagles last year? He doesn't have an arm.
Have you seen Dak? And
He doesn't
when
have
Dak
an
is
arm.
bad, it looks. Did you see Dak against the 49ers last year
That was
in
bad.
the playoffs?
That was bad.
Dak has had some up and down games this year.
He's only had one real bad game, and that was against San Fran. That's it. The last time you seen Dak was scoring touchdowns with his legs.
He played well versus the Patriots.
He played well against the Chargers as well, going into the bye.
No, he didn't.
How did he
played
do
out.
that?
He had that one run that
Right.
he damn near fumbled.
And he had a touchdown.
That was the luckiest run
And he
ever.
had a touchdown pass.
Dude,
He
he got one
Cooks,
to Brandon
right?
Cook. That
He had
was
no interceptions. He was like 21 for 30. What are you talking about? He was
that
over
was a
100.
decent game.
He was
That's one game though.
What you mean?
Well,
That's
let's see
only
what
one
he do next game.
The Giants.
He's Jekyll and Hyde. He's Jekyll and Hyde. You never know what you're gonna
He
get.
destroyed the Jets
He's
same way.
inconsistent. All Cowboy fans are fed up with Dak. I mean, every offseason they're like, man, we hate Dak.
But it's not that. This is
his
the problem.
arm is not strong.
No, this is the
he
problem.
don't have the arm.
No,
strength.
this is the absolute problem. When we had Amari, when we had Amari Cooper, what was Dak's numbers? Dak's numbers were so much better. You took Amari away from us. Then you have a receiver who had an ACL injury, who's nowhere near his form where he was 3 years ago prior to that injury. You got one real player. Now, granted, they haven't worked in Cooks enough, but we don't have enough. He doesn't have enough weapons. Last year, he had no weapons, none. You can't get rid of Amari Cooper, who's a #1 receiver, and replace him with nothing, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired of that excuse.
And
I'm tired of
that's
that.
not an excuse.
When are Cowboy fans gonna wake up and realize that Jerry wants to entertain, he don't want to win? I keep saying
I agree with you. I agree with you because
y'all are selling false. He's selling false hope.
This is this is
Y'all will never win.
This is
not now. You're saying never win.
This is the main point. What did Philadelphia Eagles do Monday after they won one of the games? No, I'm just asking. What did they do?
What?
They went to Tennessee and got Kevin Banner, the safety.
Nah,
that's what
that
the Eagles
was the
did.
Eagles. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. If
I
Jerry
don't know,
wanted to win,
I'm not scared of him either.
Ooh, that's a hell of a safety right there. What
I
you
ain't
talking
scared
about?
of him either.
If Jerry wanted to win, when
he
Trey
ain't
went
running
down.
a lot. When is
But
he
right,
at?
but it doesn't
Come on,
matter.
man.
He's solid though. He's solid. He's an all-pro. He is. Period. If Jerry
He's got
was
some
serious,
accolades, but let's see what he do in the
but if
NFC
Jerry
East.
wanted
Let's
to
see
win,
what he do in
I
the
got
NFC
you. But
East.
listen, hear me. If Jerry wanted to
It's
win,
your wristbands, y'all.
right? If Jerry wanted to win, he would have made a trade. Derrick Henry. He would have got some help on the outside. He would have got some. We've been needed a linebacker. He would have done something, and Jerry has not. So I totally agree with you. Jerry's just selling tickets, and he's happy that
Dak
we
throws the
selling
ball
out.
like here. You know what I'm saying? He don't got the arm strength. I'm telling you. He don't got to defend the tight windows. That's why he get the oh man, they should have picked that off.
That was almost to the house.
Definitely.
That was Josh Allen too.
Yeah.
Josh Allen
But to me, Dak don't have the arm strength. He's starting to use his legs again. Let's see what he keep doing. On to the next one. We got to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. They kept rolling in the game of the year. Everybody hyped it up. It was a huge anticipation. And it lived up, pretty much to the hype, but the Eagles pulled it out. They beat the Dolphins by 7 points. It was a high-scoring game, I believe 31-24. But to me, the Dolphins had their chances. Tyreek Hill dropped that big touchdown where he right across the middle on the 20-yard line, like bumbled, bobbled it. They thought it was a fumble, but that was a wide open touchdown, and he was definitely apologetic after the game. But that was, to me, the Tua interception was the turning point. To me, you can't throw that pass. Y'all know I'm a huge Dolphins fan, and the defense did what they normally do. They stick around, but they can't stop people when they can. So we need Tua to make those intangible plays. When that Pat Mahomes makes and Josh Burrow makes, and some of those quarterbacks off schedule in those big moments. So,
but that
was a tough one for my Dolphins.
Jalen Ramsey's getting ready to come back.
We definitely getting right, but he's it's gonna take him a little while. But to me, it's the pass rush and the linebackers are gonna be our Achilles heel. We haven't had a pass rush since Jason Taylor. And
I told you,
I love the boy Wilkins. I love Wilkins. That boy's a dog. But to me, we need some more linebackers that are 17 game. Not Fred Warner type, but you know what I'm saying? Next level. There's tiers in the NFL.
Come get Sam Williams.
We got third tier linebackers. Y'all still got Van Der Esch?
He's hurt.
Y'all got some decent linebacker play.
No, we don't.
I don't think. Oh yeah, y'all ain't got nobody. Y'all got a decent pass rush, but y'all.
That's all we do.
If you don't have a middle linebacker to be the coach on the defense, you're not gonna win in the NFL. I'm telling you right now. Look at all the teams that's good. They got look at all the teams that's good. They got a good middle linebacker. So the Eagles is still rolling. They got that number 1 seed in the NFC thanks to the big loss by the 49ers. We definitely got to talk about these Niners, Pete, as they got a huge fan base around the country, and they going into this week without Brock Purdy, and he's been struggling, man. They got beat by the Vikings. And that was a tough loss on Monday Night Football.
That was a tough loss. But
they didn't play well. Brock Purdy had 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter. The defense was uncharacteristic.
There you go.
Giving up a lot of big plays. The boy Addison, that boy's a straight up beast out of USC.
Yeah, he is. He's
and number 3, if you ain't got him on your fantasy team, I'm sorry for you. I wish I had him. But he's a breakout star this year. And the 49ers, to me, I wouldn't even panic. Like, they still are going to be solid. But when it gets down to it, I still favor the Eagles right now. I like the Eagles coaching. And
this is why I
if they played today, I got the Eagles all day, Pete.
Yeah, just because
they tougher than them Niners.
But just because Brock right now the 49ers.
But Jalen Hurts is struggling though.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Jalen Hurts ain't been the same.
Jalen got 9 interceptions right now, so he's throwing the ball like, yes, the Eagles' offense kind of looks like what it did last year, but Jalen's not really playing at the same like he was last year. He's not playing at that same MVP level.
Nah,
he's playing good ball, but
yeah, the Eagles, y'all got some, y'all better be a little
Eagles
nervous
can be
too.
Had.
Definitely.
Eagles can be.
They don't got that running game no more. They should have never got rid of the back.
Swift is nasty though.
But he's not as quick. Who's the guy they had last year?
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders was a straight up beast, dog. I'm so
nasty,
glad he's going. Oh, that's
Swift is
nightmares.
Though.
But yeah, I like Swift. I got him on my fantasy. But he's more, you got to get going, and once he gets an open field, he'll get you. But that was a good pickup as well. So it's not a big drop off, but to me, it takes away that read option. Just that half second that defensive line has to react makes a big difference. This is where all the analytics people, like, they don't really see some of that stuff. Like, because really, like, you can't even measure, like, how small the, like, not just, like, margin of victory, of course, but, like, just the difference, like, if somebody gets a big jump on something, or, like, the speed of the game, everything goes in, like, a millisecond, and those things can change plays, who gets there first.
Yeah.
So, to me,
I still like
the Eagles.
Swift,
The Eagles
though.
are still not on the level as they were last year.
I like Swift more than I like Miles Sanders because Swift has more power and you can use him.
Right.
To me, Miles Sanders was just a quick back. So, like I said, he was more made for the read option. But if I want an all down, 3 down back, I like Swift for that 3 down back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got more power around the goal line, but
Right.
that's the only advantage I would say. But yeah, I think they are already missing Miles Sanders. But so Brock Purdy's got concussion issues. He's not going to play against the Bengals. So a lot of people are going to be betting the Bengals in that game with Sam Darnold starting at quarterback. I still like the 49ers for some reason. I'm not getting off of them in that game. I'm sorry. So
Better than that defense. That defense is not the same.
Bengals
so
are
far.
coming around a little bit. They're coming off a bye week. As long
And
as the
Jamar
Cowboys.
Chase is caught.
He's cooking like hot grease, y'all.
Jamar Chase is
Yeah, the boy's catching everything right now.
Jamar
I
Chase
seen the
is
7-Eleven
next
chain,
7-Eleven.
and you know he branded that or something.
Yeah,
so he
he's
handed
always
out
open.
T-shirts.
He's always open.
But to me, he gotta stay healthy. Like
Who? Jamar?
Yeah,
Jamar.
like-
When was Jamar hurt?
he always misses a couple games every year.
I ain't seen him win.
Last couple years he missed time.
You gotta look that up. 'Cause
Definitely,
I don't
look
think
that up,
Jamar
P.
missed anything.
Yeah, he's been gimpy. Definitely.
I don't know about
him
Jamar.
and that boy and my boy Jalen Waddle was the same way. Like I like both them boys, but
Waddle and Tyreek.
they gotta
at
learn
times.
how to play 17 games. Look at Josh Allen running for a touchdown. It's 10-0.
I don't
The
think
Bills
Jamar
over
has
the
been.
Bucks.
I don't think Jamar's missed any time since he's been in the league.
The Bengals gonna win the AFC North. The Ravens, we gotta
They-
talk
I mean,
about
they-
the
they're
Ravens.
down, right? I mean, yeah.
Speaking of that, they're gonna win the North. Is my question.
There's
to you,
a
Pete.
there's a
Go ahead.
chance. There's a chance because one thing that we've seen the last couple of years is, and I wish no ill will. Please say this. I live in a house with a Ravens fan, but Lamar's health. That's what scares me, and that's what could leave the door open for the Bengals because they're going to go on the run. Joe Burrow's getting healthy. They're going to go on the run.
Well, they always get hot late.
They're going to
and
go on the
I
run.
always expect that from them.
And it's just, I mean, it's to me is if
Joe Burrow,
Lamar
man,
is
that
gonna,
dude.
is Lamar gonna play all 17 games? Lamar plays 16, 17 games and he's there in the playoffs. Yeah, the Ravens, look out for the Ravens. I got maybe only Kansas City, being there. And I think Baltimore can beat Kansas
Kansas
City.
City's still rolling. They look tough. Mahomes.
Yeah,
that
but
boy is
they
just
need
gonna slow
something.
down.
They need imagine what Kansas City would look like if they get Devontae.
They're not getting Devontae.
I mean,
They
if the
ain't
Raiders,
happening. Trade deadline coming up, they're not getting that boy.
I mean,
Chiefs beat the Chargers. Let's go through a couple of these games real quick before we take this break. All right, Seahawks beat the Cardinals 20-10. Nothing really to see there. Steelers beat the Rams. They're still rolling. They beat them 24-17. So Steelers still rolling. Always steady with Mike Tomlin down there. And I saw Glorilla down there taking pictures with Mike Tomlin. That was pretty cool. I seen that on the internet. Apparently, she's a big Steelers fan.
Not
Didn't
surprised.
know that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we talked about the Vikings with the big win in that one. And let's see who else was on the docket last week. The Bears beat the Raiders 30-12, so it looks like they're getting back good footing with Moore and Justin Fields down there. Did you see that Browns game?
Justin
We got to talk about
is
that
hurt.
Browns game.
Justin Fields is hurt. There was a backup quarterback that
Oh
the
my
Bears had.
goodness.
Devontae, I know
Raiders.
you won out, baby. Dallas.
Man, it's
We
tough
got a home
sledding
for
down
you.
there in Vegas. Woo!
We got a
Only
home
thing
for
good
you.
going down there in Vegas is that pool they got outside with all the big screens. That's the only thing. I gotta go down. We gotta do that, Pete. We definitely gotta do a show down there.
Yeah.
But the Browns had a big victory, 39-38, and they lost Deshaun Watson and backup P.J. Walker, I believe, finished the game, and they snuck one out. I'm not sure who finished it, but
Not
it was,
exactly.
it was a lot of quarterback shifting in that one. What happened? Go
Deshaun
ahead.
had a shoulder injury, but the test came back that he was okay. But
Who
Deshaun,
finished the game though? I know
P.J.
the defense.
Washington did.
P.J.
But
Washington,
Deshaun
that's right.
did not go back. So everybody's really concerned in Cleveland because they got to pay Deshaun the next 3 years.
Walker
and Deshaun looks
okay,
like he's
178 yards,
That's right,
15 to
P.J.
32
Walker.
for Walker.
Deshaun looks
Gardner
done.
Minshew had 305 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor getting some fantasy points with 75 yards and a touchdown. So
Like I said,
that
Deshaun
defense
looks done.
gave up a lot of points in this one, but they still rolling. And that boy Myles Garrett is gonna win defensive MVP for sure.
For sure.
So that was a Browns is sneaking up the rankings. The Ravens, man, that was a big game. Everybody was looking forward to. Ravens Lions, and the Lions did not show up. They got beat 38-6 down there in the Big Crab Cake, and Lamar Jackson was cooking. He had over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns.
He had that in the first half.
Man, and the Lions just didn't show up from the get-go. What was that? They just laid an egg. How does that happen? As they are trying to make a name for themselves. They all over the place, them Lions fans. They came out of the woodworks and laid an egg. Where the hell are they at this week?
They quiet.
They quiet as like a church mouse, man.
Where they should be.
I'm telling
after
you.
losing that bad, they didn't show up at all.
Woo! So they got some questions to answer down there in Detroit.
Nah, they just got that was just
Not concerned?
Nah, because the Lions
They can still run the ball, but that just shows me that it's the same
They
old
just not
Lions.
ready. They're not ready.
I think they'll be okay there when it comes down. They have to, but that coaching, man, that guy makes me nervous.
Dan Campbell,
Dan
I
Campbell,
like
man,
Dan
but
Campbell.
he gambles when he shouldn't sometimes, and it's so obvious.
But then you gotta
I like him
do
though.
this
He's
sometimes.
entertaining and gets him
Yeah.
going. I love to play for him though.
Yeah. I like
But he
that.
just makes me nervous, like so. So yeah, those were some of the games.
I'll
that
take
stuck
Dan
out
over Mike McCarthy. Put it like that.
to us this week, man. So we'll definitely run down the docket and the schedule for this next week. 8 coming up, and get those betting lines. We got the jumping out the window segment coming up. Y'all know we got the sit on down segment coming up.
NBA returning.
NBA came back this Tuesday. Got to definitely talk about opening night. And always, we close it out with that. Get your popcorn ready with your entertainment and hip hop news. So don't go nowhere, y'all. Stay locked in. We'll be back in a few minutes. Got to pay some bills. So y'all sit tight. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. All right. Google Play. Google Play 2 podcasts. Google. Hey Google, play.
Nothing's playing right now.
Hey Google, play 2 podcasts.
Sure, here's a YouTube music playlist called
Oh,
Tupac
yeah.
Instrumentals.
For 2 times stronger defense against erosion and effective cavity protection. New Pronamel Active Shield.
Oh, my bad.
cheese?
Tea sensitivity is so common, it immediately feels like somebody's poking directly on their nerve. I recommend Sensodyne.
month you got a kid.
Healthcare.
Yeah, that giant like that.
Give me that free healthcare all
day.
Hey, what did I say, Nate? Hey,
The Buccaneers, they
guys, hold.
coming back a little bit. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Told you.
I love it.
Told you, Bills done.
I need them Bills to lose.
Done,
My
done,
Dolphins, we could be 2
Done,
games
done.
up. We 1 game up right now, still up. We all right. We're gonna transition a little bit. Classic right here. Yeah, they definitely tried to make money off that DeMar Hamlin joint. I'm sorry, they did. They tried to milk that. I'll say it. Nobody wants to say it. I'll say it. Oh, here we go. I got that boy Cook. Hey, Google, pause. All right, we back, and we going to transition this thing on down to the National Basketball Association for that segment to the NBA, baby. And things tipped off this week, P. And Tuesday, we was all waiting, man, and it didn't disappoint, man. Lakers, Nuggets, Phoenix, Golden State. It was awesome. And my Lakers took that L again. I knew it was going to happen. Jokic, you know, no surprise, another triple-double, you know, in his first game, 29, 13, and 11. And LeBron had a decent game, but Anthony Davis didn't have his best game, so that was unfortunate for Lakers fans.
Don't call it he didn't have his best game.
Didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
He didn't even score in the second half.
He didn't show up in
So
the second half. 0 for 6.
that's inexcusable to me. You know, he disappears like that sometimes, but it's still early, you know. And I'm kind of used to it. I'm kind of numb to it now. And I know LeBron was talking this week, and he basically said it's Anthony Davis's team, P.
I mean, but it is.
And he talking like he already on his way out.
Bron is
on his way out.
Bron
And
is
so-
our age. I don't know what you're talking about. Bron is 30.
Did you hear that quote this week?
Yes.
By Bron?
Yes. Bron is our age.
He basically said, you know, Anthony Davis is putting the work, blah, blah, blah. It's his team. He's been here long enough time where he's established this and that.
Yeah.
So he already talking like he
Yeah.
is already planning on leaving soon.
Yeah, of course.
You know, everybody's already kind of seen that writing on the wall for a
Where's
while.
Bronny going? I'm going with Bronny. We
Yeah.
already know that this is what's good. We already
Yeah.
know that this is LeBron's wish. LeBron wants to play one year with Bronny before he retires. Bronny's at USC right now. Depending on what year Bronny has, next year he'll be entering the draft, and LeBron will be a free agent. The writing's already on the wall. The writing was on the wall 2 years ago.
Yeah, Bron, and he definitely wants to play with Bronny. You know, that's already been reported by everybody all around the country. So we all know that, and that was a decent game. But I love that second game, man. The Suns versus the Warriors was awesome, man, and it didn't disappoint. Booker, man, was killing from the start. P. He had 32. He's so smooth, man. Like his game, he can go inside, outside, to the rim, step back. He's got his moves planned out. Even before everything's choreographed. So it's gonna be him and Bradley Beal, man. They're basically like identical twins. It's crazy, like how many similarities I see in their game. So they look good. That Nurkic, his addition really stuck out to me, P. And that's my big takeaway. Not my big takeaway. Definitely one of them is his size is definitely going to help them with that pick and roll. His D was rebounding well. He moves a lot better than I thought. He had a couple like up and unders, P, where he had a couple like Joyce where he had to contort his body. You know the big man, he went to the ground and you thought he'd be hurt, but he didn't.
No,
so
wait, here's my thing.
What's wrong? What's wrong with the Suns?
No, well, a couple things. They don't have a true point guard. Now
They're gonna have Beal running the point.
Will's not a bad. It's not.
But
a
yeah,
point guard.
they definitely don't have a point
They don't have a
guard,
point
so.
guard. And fourth quarter, you know, it didn't manifest itself the other night, and it's probably not going to manifest itself tonight because they play the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to come a time where they play the Nuggets, the Kings, the New Orleans.
Some of the bigger teams.
Some of the better teams. Even
They can stack up with
OKC.
them.
When it's crunch time, who do you give the ball to? And that is when without a point guard, true point guard, you have Brad Beal. Who's gonna have the ball? More than likely, Devin Booker's gonna have the ball because it's D Book's team. So you got Kevin Durant, who has a mismatch all the time. You have Brad Beal, who has the third best defender on him all the time, and then you have Devin Booker, who's a young Kobe in training. You know, who's going to take that last shot? Who's going to make plays? Who is going to get everybody in the spots? That's what I worry about with them. And then with Nurkic, he's a very good big man. There's no doubt about that. We've seen that in Portland, though. He's inconsistent. So he's going to have some really good games. He's going to have some really bad games. He's going to have some games where it's like, you a 7-footer. What were you? You didn't do anything on that court.
I like Phoenix, man. I like
some games
what
where
they
you're
bring
gonna
to the
see
table.
I think the biggest thing that nobody's talking about is Frank Vogel, the coach, because now they're gonna.
He knows how to coach superstars, though. He knows how to manage those personalities.
He knows how to get deep. The
He got a
best
championship with the Lakers with
of that team playing defense. So I think that's an even bigger pickup than Brad Beal. Honestly.
Yeah, and no shock. You know, did you see Brian on the court?
Brad,
How did he do?
He ain't playing. He hurt.
Oh, I'm not shocked.
Now there you go.
As a
and
Wizards
then,
fan,
and then
none of
there's
us
the
are
last
shocked.
thing.
Anyway,
How
shocked.
many games are there? All three? Because you know KD's gonna get hurt.
He's
eventually.
always hurt.
Brad is already hurt right now. You know,
First
so,
game, he ain't even. He had a back. His back was acting up, I guess, all of a sudden. And I'm just laughing because Brad, man, he is always, the Knicks is always getting that dude, man. And so that was no shock he wasn't on the court. But they didn't need him. They pulled it out. Golden State without Draymond Green, they held up well.
but
Everybody kind of thinks they're done, but
they couldn't get their shots.
Steph's kind of came out. He was trying to get everybody involved, which I didn't get. You know, but he had his moments here and there. They still got good role players though, man. Clay still looks like he's still gonna be Clay, the same old Clay. So I think the Warriors are gonna be fine. They're gonna be right there at the end.
But
when they get Draymond back in the fold,
they still got to figure out.
they're gonna be good.
I think they still got to figure out the Chris Paul, Steph Curry thing, because to me, you can't play both of them. You can't start both of them.
Yeah,
Because-
CP3. They said he's gonna be playing with the second unit.
Yes,
but he did start.
He did start. That's more CP3. CP3 on the second unit, absolutely. But playing him and Steph at the same time, I don't like that because Steph is already undersized, and he's gonna be chasing the twos. I don't like that.
They still got
I don't like
Wiggins.
that.
They still got Wiggs.
Yeah, they do, but you know.
Moody. Man, they gonna be fine.
No, that's for sure. They're gonna be fine, especially if Chris Paul coming off the bench. Chris Paul gonna unleash Kuminga, and if Kuminga unleashes, Kuminga
That
is
game
the
got a
key.
little chippy too. That game got a little
Kuminga's
chippy.
the key.
KD gonna bring that toughness though.
But I'm
He
saying,
just can't be smoking before the game though, man.
why? Why not?
No, KD, you gotta wait till after, bro.
I mean,
As we watch the Bills just scored another touchdown with Dalton Kincaid, so they have 17-10, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter, man. And this game is going back and forth, and the Bucks just ran off a run for 20 yards
Did you
with
see Malik Monk
with
the other
White,
night, last night?
Roddy White out there.
Did you see Malik Monk's dunk yesterday?
No. I heard what's his name got dropped though, Chet Holmgren.
Chet.
I heard he went down on a mean
Chet
crossover.
did off of Euro stuff.
Oh
Andre
no! How you get dropped by a center? That's embarrassing, man. He's
is.
already had a couple embarrassing moments already.
But I'm not worried about that team. You know why? Because that boy Sha. Hey, Sha, we gotta get you on the show. Sha.
Man, that boy,
Sha.
he ain't impressed me since he got in the league at all.
Are you serious? He
At
was
all.
averaging 30.
Who?
Sha. Gildas Alexander. That's
Oh,
what
I
I'm
thought you were talking about Chet Holmgren.
Oh, you know, Chet
Oh, I
ain't
love
yet.
that boy.
Oh, yeah.
SGA.
SGA.
That boy's nice.
Ooh.
He's got a herky jerky
Yes.
game that I
Yes.
haven't seen
Yes.
since
Stevie.
But he's almost like a mix between like Andre Miller and Ja Morant. Like just the way that he's able to stop and go, and then he's got that long delivery like Jay, got that long handle like Ja does. You know what I'm saying?
Say Joe. I was gonna say a little.
And what
Joe
SGA
Johnson.
does,
I was gonna
is
say
he kind
Joe
of like
Johnson.
just he'll
Say
bring
Joe Johnson. I was gonna say
Yeah,
little
Joe
Johnson.
He knows how to his hesitation. His hezzy is serious.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he
Yeah,
knows how to
Joe
like
Johnson,
kind of
yeah.
just hold it there, and he out there just gliding.
Yes.
And that's what I'm teaching how my son to play. He just out there gliding, and he knows how to just set up his move. He'll glide this way and kind of hold it, and you don't know if he's gonna keep going or go back this way. So that's when you got that speed where you can. It's almost this change of pace.
Yes.
His change of pace game is so good.
And the fact that this game, no matter what they say, young kids, I know they're gonna talk about the 3-point shot, the 3-point shot, the 3-point shot. But the most important shot to master is the mid-range game. If you can get to the mid-range and get your shot off, you are unguardable. Because if a player has a mid-range game, I assume that he has a 3-point game. So I'm going to get up on you, and guess what you're going to do? You're going to blow by me, and you'll always be able to pull up. And then if no man steps up, you can get right to the rim.
We got to get SGA got to get on a contender, man.
No, what? OKC is contending this year. OKC is contending this year. You said right now OKC will be in the top five. Top five in the West. I'm saying it right now.
Book it.
Book it.
All right, I'm writing that down.
OKC
P's
top
first
five.
book it prediction of the year. All right, P. I'm telling you, as soon as they drop off, boy, I'm gonna throw it in your face.
Please do.
Now I got a steak dinner, whatever you want. Oh my God, top five, no way.
Top five in the West.
Ain't a chance.
Name 5 better teams than them right now.
Oh my God, Phoenix,
Okay.
LA,
No.
Golden State will
No.
have a better record.
No.
The Kings will have a better record.
That's 2.
That's 4.
That's
Hold on,
2.
that's 4.
That's 2. I'm not giving you LA. I'm not giving you Golden
Clippers.
State. Not giving you them.
I take Clippers have a better record than them.
Kawhi don't even play on every game.
Damn, yeah, Kawhi, golly, man, he gets hurt. Nah, but even with that, man, he'll play enough games.
You've only named
Low
2
man.
teams. You've only named
That's
2
fine. I'm
teams.
still staying on the Clippers.
You've only named
I'm
2
still
teams.
staying on the Clippers.
And I'll give you New Orleans. I'll give you that.
And
because-
Pellies? Nah, they got a better record than the Pellies.
But it all depends on Zion. But
They gonna have a better record than
the
the Pelicans.
Pelicans were 3rd in the league last year before Zion went out. If Zion can stay healthy, yeah, they're gonna be scary. Cause who can guard Zion? Who can guard Zion?
Nobody needs to guard him when he can't stay on the court, man. He can't put the burgers down.
That's what I said.
He checks himself. He's
If
self-checked.
he can stay healthy, and which we have not seen it.
He can't put a Chipotle down. I mean,
If he can stay healthy though,
and that's even a healthy man. That ain't he eating in and out all day. He in and out
if
burgers.
he can stay healthy, Nate, he might be one of the best talents in the
They
league.
always crumble. I don't believe they're paper champions too. I'll never put faith in them.
What? They got
Never
squad.
put faith in the Pelicans.
It's you don't put Brandon Ingram, Zion Williams, CJ? Come on, Nate. You sleeping.
Are you serious? I know you ain't putting your stock in them Pelicans. The Mavericks will have a better record than them.
No.
The
way.
Nuggets will have a better record.
Nuggets,
They
yes.
won't finish
Yes.
top 6,
Yes.
Pete. They might get 6 or 7 at most.
They'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
They won't be in the
playoffs,
play.
yeah.
They won't be in the
Yeah,
play.
they're top 5.
They won't be in the
good
play.
there.
Well, okay.
And
You,
then top
you've
5
only
ain't
named
looking
3
that big.
teams. You only named, there might be 4
I
teams.
just told you. Here we go. Mavs,
No.
Suns. Give me Mavs, Suns, Kings, Nuggets, and give me Warriors. Grizzlies too. The Grizzlies will have a better record.
Ja's not even playing the first 30 games.
23 or 28. Was it 28?
It's like 23 games. He's
Hey,
not even playing
that
the
don't
first.
matter. They
Right.
gonna-
It is going to take him at least 3 games
They
to
got
get 5
talent,
games.
and they got rid of my man Dylan Brooks. Man, they got rid of.
Dylan Brooks wasn't the problem. The problem is John Morant. That's the problem. Dylan Brooks not the problem.
The
problem is Dylan Brooks.
Now where you at, Houston?
Yeah.
He gonna have a new dance next week, I'm sure. And
Sorry,
they
Ja,
don't got
Ja's
that,
the
they don't got
problem.
that cloud over there. See, Dylan Brooks, man.
What? They still got the cloud.
Nah.
Ja's still there.
Ja is top 5 in the league.
When he's on the floor, what's your best ability?
He's resting. He gonna come out.
He's
like
resting.
Game.
Hey, Ja, put the guns down.
He already did.
Do we see? And you said that, and he said that last year, and what ended up happening?
He gonna get his ass together this year.
Oh, let's hope.
He has to. I
Let's
don't. You
hope.
know, I mean, I'm just going
Let's
banging
hope.
off of, past athletes. When
Yeah, but you've done it twice.
Yeah, well, he
You've
ain't got
done
no
it
more
twice.
strikes left.
He didn't have no.
He done
strike.
burnt them up. He
didn't
done
have
burnt
the
that
second
whole
strike.
matchbook up.
He
That
didn't have the
that
second
matchbook
strike.
is burnt up to a crisp.
He didn't have the second strike.
And T. Martin, I don't want to see you at all this year. I don't want to see him at all on the sideline. At all. You're banned for a year, sir. That's a citizenship ban that we putting on you, T. Martin. Or whatever, T. Morant.
Yeah,
I said
stay
T.
home.
Martin,
Yeah.
T. Martin, the quarterback for Tennessee.
Stay home.
That dude, God, he disappointed me too, man. God, speaking of God, man, how many times were they about to beat Georgia, Alabama, and he throw a pick in the fourth? But anyway, I digress. But yeah, T. Morant, you're done for the year. That's from the man cave. You're done. You're banned. Any sideline. You got to be at least 10 rows back every game. All right, but yeah, we gonna roll it on now, and we always do a favorite segment called "Sit On Down," man. And y'all know it's all people always doing some clown, goofy stuff in the community, on and off the court, and we call them on down, and we don't hold no punches, man. So man, this week, man, it was an easy one for us.
Easy.
Didn't really have to try that hard to do no research, and we gonna call out none other than Dwight Howard.
Yes.
Come on down, Dwight.
Come on, D. Howard.
Dwight Howard, what is you doing, man? And, man, if y'all ain't heard, Dwight Howard, got charged with sexually assaulting another male this week, y'all. And so the story goes, man, that some guy said that it was Dwight Howard himself admitted that he was exchanging text messages, Pete, with another male, including sexually explicit videos and photos. He admitted that this guy Harper came to his house and they kissed, and he said he felt uncomfortable. But then the story doesn't stop there. Then he came up with, his next part of the story was, and the other guy had already confirmed. He introduced him to this woman that it was actually a man.
Yep.
Her name was Kitty.
Yep.
Kitty Cat. And Kitty Cat began giving oral sex to Dwight Howard, and he didn't like it, was uncomfortable, and asked that person to stop. And that's when we'll stop with the story, and we don't need to go no further. But Dwight Howard, what the hell is you doing?
Yeah.
Like, for real, man. Like, it's got to stop, man. Like, you cannot be on TikTok, Instagram, telling people to come out to China because they playing bad in the playoffs, and you out here, forcing men to do stuff and acting like you not a certain way, and meeting men named Kitty, man, and like,
Hold on.
you too big. He got to be intimidating. Now, look, he got to be forcing people to do stuff,
That's the problem. That's really the problem.
And
see, whatever you do in your bedroom, what you do in your bedroom. But what you're not going to do to Dwight Howard is come out here and say that it was consensual, and we all know that it wasn't, because from what this story is, they don't sound too consensual.
It don't sound like you had any problem with anything, right?
Right. So, but you know what? We really shouldn't be surprised about the story.
What's up with all
I'm
that?
not sure if everybody remembers when Dwight Howard came to play for the Wizards. He was out the first part of the season with a butt injury, and right then and there, I questioned, because I'm like, well, what athlete has a butt injury? It's like it's mysterious, and there was like no information about it. It was just like, he has a butt injury, and it was just like a butt
No, they
injury.
said lower back.
No, they did not. They said
No, they
butt
did.
injury. No, they did not. They said butt injury. They said butt injury. It was like
I mean,
an
I remember he
anus-
was the butt of all jokes
an
that week.
anus. It was an anus injury. It was an
Oh
anus something.
no!
And I'm like,
P,
what
don't
an
tell
anus?
me that, P.
Like, how do you hurt your anus? Like, unless you're doing some activity.
Just sit down,
involving
Dwight.
your
Why don't you
anus.
just sit? Now you
No.
can't sit down because your ass hurt. So you can't even do that.
He came to DC and got
Like,
lit.
Patch it up and then sit down. Patch it up and sit
But
down.
I'm not judging you, D.
Come on.
Howard. I'm not judging nobody. Like I said, what you do is what you do. You know, more power to you. Just because I can't get down with it, that don't mean I'm saying that you do that.
You ain't heard of Tinder or
Just be consensual,
Facebook
bro.
dating, man?
Just be consensual. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna
Dwight,
say
man,
about
you too popular, man. You embarrassing yourself, your family, like.
And now you trying to explain it, bro. There's nothing to
Yeah,
explain.
man, we all
bro.
knew you was in the closet, bro.
Charge it to the game, bro.
We
Move
all
on.
knew, and I think, P, that's why nobody's picking him up right now. I really think that. I was like, hold on, why is nobody picking this dude up? He played well for the Lakers. He's a big body. He can stop Jokic. You at least, somebody in the West could use this guy, and now we know why. He been butting around town, bullying people in the room, putting people in headlocks. He used to wrestle. What he part of NWO or something? Oh man, how many of them wrestlers is like, man, this dude was out here man.
Hey,
Getting
Dwight Howard do you,
excited,
baby.
man. Oh, Dwight. Come on, Dwight. Like you can't be that dumb, man. And people looking for a quick buck.
Yup.
They looking for a quick buck, man. You got sucked. You got sucked. Every time I see this story, P, I say that same term, you got sucked. And the reason why I say that is because they prey on these athletes, and these guys is well schooled. They go to these seminars. They go to these rookie mini camp seminars every single June. That's when the draft is. I know when they have these seminars. I'm telling you, we part of the media, so we know that they get all this information. And for him, for Zion Williamson, getting extorted last year, no excuse, man. Y'all gotta do better, man. And like,
get a contract.
at least come out and
Make him sign a contract.
don't say nothing. Like, I'm tired of these athletes just always crying wolf pee and saying, no, it wasn't me. Like, just don't say. You know how many people have like gotten away in the public eye? Like OJ.
Don't
Like,
bring up OJ.
OJ ain't say nothing since he got out. Well, did he write that book? Would he write that book if I did it? What was that? If I would have done it or something, but okay, that was a bad example. Kobe Bryant.
That's the
Some of the things that happened with his past. Rest in
Kobe.
peace, Kobe. But
We're not holding that against you, Kobe.
to me,
That
whole
was consensual. I don't care what that was consensual. I don't know the whole story, but that was consensual. And then it was like, it's Kobe Bryant. It's Kobe Bryant.
To me, it's like everybody knows, and it's not even no
Wrap
big
it up,
deal.
fellas.
Everybody knows Dwight, so just admit it and not get along with nobody. Get along with your life, and you was already in another beautiful country, like you had the whole world on your shoulders, bro. Just sit down and chill out, man. So Dwight Howard, man, sit your ass down, man. You are sit on down nominee for the week, man. So you definitely earned that one this week, Dwight. You definitely did, my brother. So yeah. But we got the. Did you see that women game, Pete?
I did. Wembanyama looked good.
Did
He did. I mean, I don't want to say he looked decent. I wasn't.
He scored 15, but I wasn't that impressed.
I wasn't overly impressed. Some of the things that he did, like he blocked Kyrie's jump shot, where he was basically guarding his man from like the wing and contesting to block his shot from where Kyrie was pulling up from the foul line extended. So I mean that was impressive. He did, his range for as big as he is impressive. So he showed some impressive things to his game, but for how much they talked about him, how he didn't show me anything that it was like jump off the screen. I think the fascination with him is the fact that he's so tall and he can do so many things. Whereas, back in our generation, somebody 7 foot, you're not expecting them to handle the ball, to shoot from 3, to have a pull-up jump shot,
no.
have a euro.
He's unique, man. You talk about unique.
He's
Oh, they call
only,
him
they're only
alien.
playing back to the basket. And that's something that he doesn't have. So he doesn't have what the traditional big man, because there's no reason why he has not learned how to play with his back. You're 7'3". That's an advantage.
7'4".
7'4". Don't give me the ball back. One bounce, drop, step, hook. Ain't nobody blocking that. But he doesn't know how to do that. So that's also cool to see the things that he can add to his game. So imagine him 2-3 years later with 10 to 15 more pounds.
Oh, yeah.
With
He's gonna be a problem.
With
He's only
a
19.
backup.
He's only 19.
Right. But also with that down low post game. I mean, he's going to be scared. The only thing I also worry with him about is that body. I don't trust that body, that long, linky body. He got the same Chet Holmgren body. I don't trust that body. That body type does not seem like it's going to build up. And Pop is going to do a good job protecting him, making sure he's not playing the 5. Because if he's playing the 5, it means he's going to be banging against Joker and Embiid and Anthony Davis. There's still some centers in the league that you don't want him banging with because his body will break. But
Definitely.
I
think his impact for me is going to be on the defensive end. I think right away.
But you're going to see that right away. But you're not.
He's
I
going to
want
be blocking shots, altering shots.
It's the other factor.
You see that shot he blocked the other day? They did a still shot like it was crazy. But so I think his length is going to be just causing problems for that. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs or nothing. But it's going to be fun to see him, make his presence on the defensive end, man. Some of the blocks I know he's going to be just like. I want to see him get one like at the top of the backboard. That'd be cool to see.
He might. I mean, it depends. I think San Antonio, they have potential to be at least in the play-in right now. And if they are somewhere near that, I see Pop making a move, bringing a vet in, because that's all they would need is some type of vet. I'm not sure what type of vet they need. Probably a wing, but bringing in a vet around the trade deadline, depending on where they are, that'd be the exact push that they need to get over the hump.
Definitely. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch him this year, and a lot of the other rookies.
But the league is going to be the league is going to be
Henderson,
great.
he's gonna be nice
Portland,
too. That boy's pull-up game, he's quick.
Yeah.
And he's got that size for a point guard.
Yes.
I see why they moved on from Dame because
no, I don't.
I love him being 6'4". Man, all my point guards.
But it's gonna take him a while to develop that 3-point shot. And this is a 3-point lead. So
they said Michael Black. Oh, we got something here. Go ahead. But yeah,
it's gonna take him a little while to develop the 3-point shot. It would have been interesting to see him develop with Dame.
Okay. But yeah, the Wizards had their first game and they got smoked. I think it was like 140 to 119, or I think it was 140 to 120. Something. They got beat really bad. The defense looked terrible.
There was no defense.
They gave up 71 in the first half.
71 and 73
Crazy.
and 71.
And it's the same old Wizards with their defense. But hey, I was disappointed. We're going to jump on them all year about their defense and definitely hold them accountable. And Jordan Poole, 0 for 6 for 3. He's got to learn his shot selection a little bit. Hopefully they don't, everybody just plays on the same page. Like, I don't want him out there just hogging the ball, playing selfish. So, hopefully, 120 is good. That should be able to win in the league, but when you're giving up 140, they can't stop hitting. The Pacers aren't even a good team, Pete. What happens when the Nuggets come to town?
They're going to give up 160.
God, why are they still a bad defensive team to you, Pete? Why do you think even under Wes Unseld Jr. that they can't just at least figure out some sort of defensive identity?
Because nobody plays defense in the league anymore. It's not, right now the NBA is not I can stop you. I'm going to stop you in key moments, but the idea is they outscore you.
Right.
So you have a whole bunch of offensive players who are not really looking to play defense. There's only about 5 to 7 teams that actually understand, all right, I'm not going to lock you down, but 2 minutes,
That's why I'm watching
fourth quarter,
regular
2
season.
minutes.
That's why I'm watching the regular season.
I like it because of the
I watch
parody,
it in the
man.
regular season. I turn it on third quarter.
Parody. It's the
How do
parody.
you not?
It's the parody.
Just because of that, yeah.
It's the parody, man. I mean, there's a lot of good teams. This is
Plus
a really. But listen, we're in a real fortunate time right now because from top to bottom, you know, when we grew up, there was maybe 8 to 10 bad teams in the league. There's not. There's maybe 3.
Yeah.
There's maybe 3 to 4 bad teams. Everybody else,
It's
got
no,
young
well, I don't.
It's young
Nah,
talent.
there's a lot. It's more than that. It's about 10 to 12 terrible teams.
Now,
to
terrible.
me, I
Not
can count
making
about
the
10 to
playoffs,
12.
yes,
I would
but
put
that
that bad
have
category.
talent. That have talent.
They
Everybody
definitely-
has talent, and actually real talent. Toronto got talent. Philly got talent. New York got talent. Brooklyn got talent. I don't know how much talent's in Washington. This is a one place that don't have a whole lot.
Oh, they
of
gonna
talent.
get that top 3 pick for
Orlando got talent. Charlotte got talent. Yeah, everybody got talent.
sure. Yeah. Yep, definitely. So yeah. It'll be interesting to see the Wizards this year, and you know, we actually got some a special announcement for you guys. We are going to be downtown this fall during the Wizards games down there at Bar 7 downtown. So come check us out, man. During the Wizards game, we're going to be broadcasting live. You know, having special guests breaking down the game. You know, doing little games or whatever, drinking game, eating games, all that stuff. Y'all know I don't bet. We gonna have some good fun down there, and we gonna have the music going. We gonna have, we gonna be out there partying, dancing, all that good stuff. So that's gonna be that's something we're really excited about. Big shout out to everybody that behind the scenes that made that happen. So we'll definitely keep y'all updated on all the details, though. It's gonna be lit though, man. I'm telling you. It'll be something good to come down and just check out and for yourself, and definitely bring a friend with you. Come see the Man Cave in person. You know, y'all been calling for us, so we gonna be live in person during those Wizards games this fall. So that's gonna be tight. P, can't wait for that. So. But yeah, y'all know we always do a segment on the Man Cave called Get Your Popcorn Ready, man. Y'all know we give y'all a little entertainment, hip-hop news that's going on around the world, man. And it's always exciting. Love music, and everybody loves music. And hip-hop's running the world with all the style and the clothes and everything now. So, it's no accident that we always incorporate that in our show. So, but yeah, man, I'm going to start off. There's something that caught my eye, man. Was I don't know if you seen the rapper Blueface was at the Rams game, and this dude he's got his own reality show. He's not even like a famous rapper, but he had these strippers out there dancing, and they was like around kids. Like he brought these 2 women to the game, and like I think it was like third quarter or something. Like some music came on or whatever, and the strippers just started, doing their thing and dancing and stripping and doing all sorts. So Matt Stafford came out and said, man, he was embarrassed and didn't like it. And so, man, it's going a little bit too far with these dudes. These guys that's popping up on YouTube. A lot of these guys just getting popular off streaming and they just pushing the envelope, no standards and stuff. So that was something that caught my eye. The video's crazy. It's like right in the front row, P. Like, they got the good tickets, so. The joint was like right front row, like on the field. And he had the girls out there joint twerking and all. I was like, oh no, yeah, they not, man. He had a white lady out there and a black, and I think it was Spanish or black. I wasn't looking at the video that hard. But it was crazy, P. And what's going on, man? It seemed like it's no limit to nothing no more. Like, especially in hip hop now, like me and P is big hip hop fans and extraordinaires, whatever you want to call it. We do our due diligence. We big hip hop historians. That's my word. And we come from the old school. It's like they said back when the 90s, 80s was the toughest era to kind of come up in the rap game. But not only that, but like actually growing up, it was tougher. And but why you think, man, like stuff like what Blueface is doing, the guy Casa that, man, he be tripping, like, you know, calling people to PS5 giveaways and start riots, and it seemed like, you know, people go over the line just for the fame.
For the cloud.
What you think, Pete?
Yeah, and you just
Break
said
it down for me, man. What's up?
You said it best, man. Everything is everybody's wants to. I think we live in a society right now where everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame, and it's so
For sure.
easy to get that 15 minutes of fame. You know, all you gotta do is act a fool. You know, get a certain amount of likes or hits, and there you go. It is a little
Sad.
frustrating
Yeah,
because
sad.
it's like there's a lot of people that are
People
born
dying.
right now, but they're talentless. They don't really have a talent. Like, why are you famous? What are you famous for?
And the shelf life. You're talking about the NFL.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. It's not.
The names is crazier every day, but some of the names, man, don't be shocked. You gotta dive in. Some of these names will fool you. They do got some good music, and I do like a lot of the new rap that's coming out now. But yeah, it's like you said, P. It's everything.
Everybody sound the same to me.
People really willing to do anything
Yeah, for the 15 minutes.
some attention, man.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And it's like, first thing they getting is the jewelry, and you know, man, and it's like all that stuff is temporary. Like all that stuff gonna go away eventually. And
I don't think they realize that.
and,
Like I think you see Jay, and you know
it's standards. Like you gotta look who came before you. If they put a cap on their limit, then why not y'all? Because what happened is everybody, most rappers back then transitioned from the street to the studio. That's just a fact. And people still doing it now. Look at Lil Durk. He's still in the street, but you know, look at Jay, look at Rick Ross, look at Meek. Some good examples right there. Tip, another good example of guys who transition out of the street. And
but
for not everybody does that anyway, but
not all, because
for me,
you gotta have a team. Like Jay had a team.
of course.
You know, like the older rappers, they actually had a team around them.